So happy Easter, whatever it means to you. I send you lots of love. It's Andrea Foulkes. I do past life regression, inner child healing, ancestral timeline healing, spirit releasement between lives, and I speak soul light language codes, which I've done all this for 23 years. So I'm in Richmond at the moment in London. It's Easter Saturday, and I'm here till Easter Monday. And I think there's a lot of energy shifting on the planet, and I've had quite a few people cancel their sessions because they were a family, and they've cancelled for tomorrow. So I just want to give you a heads up. If you want to act in the now and book a session with me, whether you're an existing client or a new client, I have sessions tomorrow, Easter Sunday in Richmond. They're my 2-hour regression sessions. So we're healing emotional fears, phobias, limiting beliefs, lack. You know, when we heal our emotional backlog into our past lives, and I weave between past lives, inner child, ancestral, and you really need to be able to weave between all those things for the greatest healing for you to come in, because it's all stored in the subconscious. So you want to get to the core beliefs that you had in past lives. And if you can get to the core lifetime, which is what I facilitate you to do, to, try and get to a key lifetime. When we have a psychological chat in the beginning, we work out what issues are going on in your life right now, what you want to look at, and that helps to navigate you through the waters of your subconscious mind, which is where all this stuff is stored and where your healing lies. Your healing lies in your cellular memory, and getting into the past lives to heal that cellular memory. So if you feel at the last minute you're available in Richmond, in Surrey near London, I am here, and I have sessions tomorrow from midday onwards. Otherwise, I do work with you on the emotional Akashic records online, which they're half an hour sessions going into the emotional Akashic records. So I have the ability to read. I'm very specific about that. It's the emotional Akashic records. And remember also, the clocks go forward at 2 a.m. tonight, Saturday. So in the UK, we have 1 hour of lighter light coming, which is really nice. I've been on a bit of an epic journey this last week. I was in Cornwall, at the beginning of the week. I've now been to Cheshire, where I've been helping my 97-year-old dad. As some of you know, I have a 97-year-old dad. So I've been doing that. It is quite a challenge when you have elderly parents. I think this is probably why the family that I was going to see tomorrow have cancelled. They've got family issues. So I appreciate a lot of people have got a lot of things that come up at the last minute, which means you're not always available. But that's why it's sometimes nice to have an opportunity to do something last minute. Oh, hello, lovely Donna. Thank you. Oh, she's recommending me. She had a session with me online. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you to say that. Yeah, it's very empowering doing this work. And, when you read reviews, which I do have reviews on my Facebook business page, people's experiences are unique to them. So what you get out of this is usually you feel lighter. It helps to release stress and anxiety, procrastination, blockages that get in your way. It's so important to heal our inner child as well. I mean, that is like, gosh, if we could stop the world and everybody would heal their inner child, I think the world would be transformed immediately. I think if little boys heal their inner child, I think we'd see less war in the world, and multi-generational ancestral trauma would really help a lot. And past lives of like people are still in conflict and battle, you need to lay down your swords energetically, and that comes from doing the inner work. When we do this inner work, we lay down the swords energetically. The battle is over. I mean, the other day I had a client, she was it was a client in Cornwall. She was seeing the connection between her brother in this lifetime and the past life, where he'd been her brother and not been nice to her. So it was very interesting to heal that so she can emotionally take her power back. You know, that's not the story that needs to keep running. So we're doing such big work. Hold on one second, because it's going to cut out if I don't plug it in. So I'm going to have to plug you in. If anybody has any question you want to ask while I have this free time, and I'm just sat here a little bit, does anybody have any question they'd like to ask about past lives or inner child or ancestral? Or, you know, I feel the energies on the planet, you know, everybody's gearing up to this 8th of April, and I think that's going to be quite powerful as well. I won't stay on too long, but if you do have any questions, I'm just checking I've plugged it in, because I'm like, there's no point if I've plugged it in and it's not turned on. So any questions you have, let me know. I hope you're enjoying Easter wherever you are in the world today. It's been quite warm and sunny here, and I've been, you know, I empathize with a lot of you who are solely responsible for someone who is elderly or has a disability or something like that. Can be quite a responsibility looking after people and to live your own life as well. So I have the greatest compassion for you, and at points in your life you may feel you have no responsibility, and then responsibilities come in. So we have to pace ourselves so that we can get our own things done and show up for other people. But we also have to develop our boundaries and self-love and self-worth, and know where the line is drawn before you drain yourself. You know, I think a lot of that can come from childhood and ancestral programming of overgiving, you know, not having boundaries, or undergiving. You know, some people don't give, that, you know, you're like, how can they be like that? But, you know, that's the programming. So this inner work is so powerful in healing the cells in our body. You know, you've heard me talk in other videos probably about how I've healed my own body by going inside myself and releasing emotional trauma and seeing the energy fly out. I mean, I've seen it with clients so many times when you get to the core issue, and often you'll hear the stomach rumbling, and the energy in the body will shift as we're doing the sessions. You know, you'll hear it, and often when people are processing emotional stuff, you'll hear them yawn sometimes, or they burp. It sounds really weird, but that's what happens when we're releasing emotional trauma. You know, our bodies make sounds, and this gurgling happens as we're releasing things. So it's a very powerful thing. I'm just seeing if anyone else has made a comment. Thank you, Donna, for making a comment. It was so nice of you to make that comment. I can't read the screen as easily unless I stand in the light here. So Easter is a time of programming in many ways, because there's so many stories around Easter. I'm not going to go into the stories of Easter. Years ago, I used to post about all the different stories and which you can choose from. I think there's lots of other people that are sharing information about that. My big thing is to give you an experience to go inside yourself. There's lots of people, you know, sharing really fascinating, interesting information, but they're not taking you inside yourself, and your own truth is in you, you know. So be careful you don't become a YouTube junkie of people who are just sharing their experiences. You know, it's wonderful and lovely, but at the end of the day, you need to have your own experience. And that's why regression and emotional inner journey work and emotional Akashic record healing is so important. It's really important that you heal it, because I hear people, you know, maybe they've worked with other people, but they didn't clear it. They didn't clear the emotion of something. So it's very important that we heal the emotion. So you'll see a link to my website. It's andreafoulkes.com. And like I said, you can see me in person for 2-hour regression sessions, or you can book a Skype session for half an hour or an hour. And I sing soul light language codes, which are very, very powerful sound healing. I might just do a little sound now before I go. So let's just bring in this sound for this time as the clocks change, really big changing energies now. So Elara tukuya isamakiana errantakayano urumukuya esatakiana urumukuya elara breathe out. I hope that touched you somewhere in your energy body, in your cellular memory, that you needed it. Not all light languages are the same. Not all people's light languages are the same. So if you don't resonate with them, but just be careful that you're not listening to people who are speaking negatively about sound healing, which includes light language, because basically they can't do it. So there's a lot of negativity about it. In some areas I've seen people talking about, and it's usually people who can't do it. So people love to talk out against something they can't do. So you take your experience, sound healing, sound and vibration is the key to everything in the cosmos and the universe. It's sound. Sound can lift stones. It can, the sound, this is when you think about how did they build the pyramids? With sound, with vibration. But all these things have been rewritten out of the history books, and we've got to remember it, sound at key points, at certain portals, at ley lines on the earth, at sunrise or sunset, can make stones shake. Gölbekli Tepe in Turkey, the stones there would move, linked to people standing in a circle and creating sound frequency. Gölbekli Tepe is one of the oldest civilizations. Well, it predates Stonehenge. There's so much truth coming out now. So I send you so much love. Thank you for listening to me. It's Andrea Foulkes, and if you enjoy my videos, do remember to subscribe, press the bell so you get the notifications. I send you so much love and many blessings, and bye from London and Richmond by the river. Much love. Bye for now. Thanks for listening. Bye bye. I don't know how to end this because I've never done a live before. Hold on one second. Not a live like this. Okay, I think this is it. I'm not sure. Okay, let me see. Toodle pip. Bye.